What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of Dream Team Nation. My name is Ulysses. Today what I'll be talking to you guys about is debt, wealth, and freedom. And in short term, I titled it D.W.F. So let's get into it, guys. First thing I want to talk about is debt. Me, as being a young man, coming fresh out of high school, I was told that, I always heard people say credit. They always just say credit, get your credit up, build you some credit. And I was always wondering, I used to always want to know, what is credit, And so, you got family members, and, some of you guys may have this too, but you had family members at a young age who will have furniture in their name, or maybe even have a telephone in their name. And, they could be even teenagers at the time, but, or either adults as well. But, so, I used to always wonder what was credit. And so, until I got older and I started researching it, and I realized what credit was. And so, I did, establish me some small credit loans, and, just to build my credit up. And so, it was one year where, I had ended up getting me a car. And so as I had got my car financed and everything, I didn't really know what, financing was either, because, like I said, you coming fresh out of high school, and, to some people, I did go to college, but I didn't go, all the way through college, because, I couldn't find a career of what I really wanted to do. I didn't think about being an entrepreneur at the time, but also at the same time, you go into college and you have to choose a course of which they have available for you or whatever. And so, you had to go that route, or either, you could have chose the entrepreneurship route as well, but I wasn't thinking about that. Anyway, guys, I'm kind of getting off topic, but yeah, so when I ended up getting me the car, I saw the ins and outs of it. I didn't pretty much think about it with the small loans of like furniture loans and stuff like that. I wasn't really thinking about it then, that it was a scam. In my book, I think that credit is a scam, and it's a way of keeping us down and keeping us in debt, which I think we should be free from debt, in my opinion. So yeah, and I was like, man, when they financed it, so you mean to tell me somebody else giving me so-and-so amount of money, and then I had to pay so-and-so back double, sometimes triple the amount of what they gave me? That's a scam. And people try to say, well, you got to keep up with your payments, and, you got to, you got to just keep up with your payments if you want to keep your credit up, if you want other companies to be trustworthy in you. And so I was like, that to me, it just doesn't make sense. If I gotta borrow money, or if I gotta borrow something, and then, I have to lend it back 3 times more than what they gave me, to me, that's a scam. And, a lot of us in the black community, and it's not just in the black community, it's in any of the communities, but, we try to keep up with the Joneses, and we try to get all this stuff and, put it on credit, get credit cards, and all that stuff is a scam. And, recently, within last year, I've been trying to just stay debt free, save as much as I can, because at the end of the day, you want to be free. You want to be less stressful. You don't want to have to worry about, well, hey, if my car gonna get repoed, well, hey, what credit union gonna call me again today? You don't want to be worried about all that stuff. And so, my advice to everyone out there, try to do your best to pay off all your bills. If you got anything that's financed, try to start off with the lower bills. That's what I did. I ended up paying off all my lower bills, and then, up to the maximum bill. And so right now I'm debt free. Like I said, I do own my own car, and then I own my own home too. And so you know, you will be surprised of the freedom that you have without worrying about any of that credit mess and just being in debt, you know, or how you're gonna pay bills and stuff like that. So my advice to you guys is, you know, try to get rid of debt, and you know, you want to be free. Another thing is I want to talk about is wealth. I feel like the time is now. I mean, it's 2017. The internet has really made it possible for us to reach out to each other and, you know, to grow and to be able to build wealth with all these different streams of income that we can produce and provide for our families and even for ourselves as well, and even maybe for some of the homeless people. But I think that we can, you know, do these things in 2017 and beyond, and you know, some of the earlier years too, but particularly now 2017, you know, we can make a lot of things happen, guys, for our family. And I feel like entrepreneurship would be the right way to lead us to that path. Because I mean, you know, just look at this picture right here. You go to work. Some of us would go to a 9 to 5. Some of us would go to a 12-hour shift job, and you know, you add up all those hours, 80 hours. Let's say we work 80 hours a week. That's 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. 80 hours of our time, and we only get 2 days off of work. Not saying that when you become an entrepreneur that it's going to be easier, but you'll have the freedom that you want. I mean, you won't have to worry about, you know, working for someone. You know what I mean? Working under someone, or someone telling you what to do all the time, or you being afraid that you may get let go. I mean, you may be loyal to a company. Like me, I was at a job and I was loyal to this company for like 6 years, and this supervisor came in and she wanted to start nitpicking me because she was on the hot seat. So she started nitpicking different people in the department. And so, you know, mind you that I had won Employee of the Month. I was there for my 5-year anniversary. You know, I was going on 6 years. And so, you know, she started nitpicking people about a little bit of stuff. So, you know, I started eventually getting rolled up for tardiness, you know, a minute late, or sometimes clocking out early, and stuff like that. It was just little stuff like that. And so I started thinking about it. I was like, man, I got you know, at the time, I got a family, and if I end up losing my job, what will happen? You know, you know, I imagine that pretty much everyone in America, mostly everyone in America coming out of high school, parents was telling us either go to school or get a job. Those are the two options that we was always told: go to school or get a job. What about, you know, coming up with a skill of your own to be able to provide for your family? What about, you know, spending time and learning new things rather than being forced into school? And most time, I know a lot of people right now, they have went to college, they got a degree, maybe even an associate's or either a bachelor, and some people still in debt. And, you know, they got their student loan that they paying off, and they go to school, and then when they get out, they change careers. Some of them working in fast food, some of them working at customer service centers. I mean, I'm like, well, what's the purpose of going to school? You know, now you in debt. You working a low-end minimum wage job that you gotta pay the money back to them. So, yeah, I mean, it's like it's crazy. So I figure that, you know, it's time to build wealth. You know, leave a legacy. You want to leave a legacy for your kids. Leave a legacy for your family. Leave a legacy for your name. You want to own something. You know, you want to put your mark on this world. This world is very short. When you really look at it, we don't have that much time on this earth. You know, we grow up so fast, we don't have that much time. And so I think that the time is now. 2017, you know, guys, we can really change something. we can really change our lives. We can change each other, be in each other's lives. I mean, YouTube has made it very possible for like-minded people to get together and encourage each other. And I'm hoping that this is what the Dream Team Nations channel will do, and the subscribers. I'm hoping that, you know, even in the chat line, I'm hoping that, you know, we become a family and just share each other ideas and, you know, talk amongst each other and just be a light to each other. And but yeah, the last thing I want to talk about too is just the necessary freedom. Okay, look at this. When you're debt free, when you're wealthy, or you have wealth, with those two things come freedom. I mean, when you agree, you have wealth, and you're debt free. When you say those are a form of freedom, in my opinion, I think it is. And I think that, you know, freedom is unlimited. I think that freedom can be very unlimited because, you know, we already have so much on our plate, you know, as far as in, you know, having a job and providing for family and just trying to be healthy and have a healthy body and stuff like that. And, you know, I think that just, you know, if we have our own freedom to work for ourselves, we can be more happier people. We don't have to depend on different kind of government or assistance, or we don't have to depend on any of that kind of stuff. We don't have to point the fingers at no one anymore. We can just accept that and be accountable to ourselves. And I just really think that, you know, entrepreneurship would be the right way to go. If you're trying to start a business, I know that's what I'm trying to do. Guys, this message just ain't for you. This message is for me as well. So this is my journey. I'm, like I said again, I'm a beginner at this, and I'm trying to start. I really want to start a business. I really want to start something. It don't matter what it is. Right now, I've really been thinking about starting a vending machine business. I mean, it's something small, you know, but get a couple gumball machines and just try to find some locations to set it up at, and you know, just try it out and just see how it goes. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is, you know, I lose out on, you know, small inventory or whatever. But, you know, it's a start, guys. Please don't depend on one income, because these corporations will turn around and release you in a heartbeat and find somebody else to get in your place. Now I've been noticing that you know, a lot of temp agency, I don't know, you know, if you're in your city, wherever you guys are watching this from, if there's a lot of temp agencies in your city, but I know where I am, you know, temp agencies is a big thing because you have to go through them to get good jobs, you know, whether you're trying to work at Target or UPS and those kind of factories or whatever. And those, you know, I stay in a small town, so those are the jobs that really paying the money. But like I said, these temp agency jobs, recruits, excuse me, they you know, they may hire you for 3 months, they may hire you for 2 months. I mean, come on, guys, you can't live like that, wondering whether or not you're gonna have a full-time job and with benefits at that. So I mean, just think about that, guys. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys through the comment section or whatever. And yeah, man, I just want some feedback, whether it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. I just want some feedback, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to this page, subscribe now. And like this video as well, guys. Thank you.